Welcome to the DJI Pocket 4 Pro unboxing. Today, we'll open the standard combo and take a close look at everything included in the box. From the redesigned dual camera gimbal to the new accessories, we'll examine the build quality, design changes, and first impressions. If you're considering upgrading or buying the Pocket 4 Pro, this unboxing will show you exactly what to expect before heading into the full review. The biggest question is whether its new design actually improves real-world usability. Does the redesigned body make it easier to handle, balance, and shoot smoothly in different conditions? Or is it mainly a cosmetic upgrade? And when it comes to the camera system, especially the dual lens setup, does it deliver a clear jump in image quality, low light performance, and dynamic range compared to the previous model? Or are the improvements more subtle in everyday shooting situations where most creators actually film their content for YouTube? What do you think overall? The DJI Pocket 4 Pro feels like a meaningful step forward in both design and camera performance. The new design improves handling with better balance and a more refined grip, making handheld shooting smoother and more comfortable. On the camera side, the dual lens system delivers sharper detail, improved dynamic range, and more consistent color across different lighting conditions. Low light performance is also more reliable, with less noise and better highlight control in challenging scenes. Overall, it is a compact yet powerful upgrade that feels more professional and versatile for creators. It clearly targets serious vloggers and filmmakers alike today users. Since I never used the standard Pocket 4, this is a new experience for me. The new joystick works like an analog stick on a gaming controller. It doesn't just detect whether you're pressing it, it also detects how far you're pushing it. Push it gently and the camera moves slowly. Push it harder and the camera moves faster. The level of control is dramatically better than on the Pocket 3. For me, this is one of the most significant upgrades. The Pocket 3 joystick technically worked, but it wasn't enjoyable to use. The Pocket 4 joystick is genuinely excellent. I even think it's much better than the joystick on the Insta360 device I tried in a store. The second major improvement is the built-in storage. This feature is incredibly useful for me. Most of my filming takes place in my studio. I usually record footage and transfer it immediately. With the built-in storage, I often won't need to buy memory cards anymore. For my workflow, this is a very significant upgrade. So, after my brief hands-on experience, I've talked about 2 drawbacks and 2 advantages. And here's something interesting. Both of the drawbacks I mentioned exist only on the Pocket 4 Pro. They are not problems on the standard Pocket 4. At the same time, both of the advantages I mentioned are shared by the Pocket 4 and the Pocket 4 Pro. The joystick is identical on both models, and the standard Pocket 4 actually has slightly more built-in storage than the 4 Pro. Because of that, if you're not using the camera as a professional productivity tool and just want something for casual everyday shooting, I honestly don't think you need the Pocket 4 Pro at all. Just buy the standard Pocket 4. In fact, if you already own a Pocket 3, there's no reason to rush into upgrading. The Pocket 3 still produces excellent footage today. You don't need to spend extra money just to create additional headaches for yourself. Even while recording this video, I keep hearing the gimbal rattling, and honestly, it's driving me crazy. I'm not sure whether this is a common issue affecting all units or just a problem with mine. If anyone else has experienced this, let me know. To be honest, I've been using DJI products for years and own quite a few of their devices. At this point, I feel somewhat locked into the DJI ecosystem.